Hello everybody, I hope you are having a fabulous day. Today we have we have a house build, but it is actually technically for my toddler Let's Play. If you don't know what that is, I will put a card up in the top, but definitely go check it out because it is a series where it's not quite the 7 toddler challenge because I didn't want to do that because I'd seen a whole bunch of other people on YouTube do that, so I was like, I'm gonna do something different. So it's kind of like surviving with a whole bunch of toddlers and eventually working our way up to having 7, not necessarily toddlers at the same time, but 7 children 6 children. 6 children because there's 2 parents. So it's a pretty interesting series. So it's going pretty well so far. We haven't crashed and burned yet, but we just added a new baby to the family, and so we could be going off the deep end pretty quick. So anyway, back to the video. This house was originally made in mind for my toddler Let's Play, but in the end, I kind of ended up liking the house so much that I formatted it and changed it so that way it is a regular house build, and then I have the version that I'm going to use in my toddler Let's Play, and I did put both parts in here. I shifted a few of the rooms around. When I first started building this, I was like, okay, toddler Let's Play, and that's what it'll be for. And so what I did was, since toddlers have major difficulties going up and downstairs, I was like, I don't want to deal with that. And like being like, okay, Sim, carry child down. Okay, carry the other one, and it would just be a mess. So what I originally did was I put a master bedroom down on the bottom floor, and instead of being a technically master suite, I made it into like a mass child bedroom. So there's like 5 toddler beds in there, and it ended up working out really well. And then I put the master bedroom upstairs, and I just laid out all the rooms so I would have enough for all the kids and everything, and then I could just swap the master suite with the toddlers beds or toddler room, and it would be a much easier flip-flop. And then like halfway through I was like, no, I actually want to make this like a legit house build because I'm making a house for 8 Sims. And the other thing was, for my toddler Let's Play, I had a budget of $80,000, and I got to the point where I had two and a half of the rooms plus the master, so three and a half rooms plus like the toddler mass room where there's like 5 beds in there. And I was like, okay, I really want to I want to do all the detail now instead of like building half a house and then having to like do another build video or just doing it off camera. And I was like, okay, so I'm a fix this. And so I ended up making an actual 8 Sim house, and swapped the master bedroom and put it back downstairs. And then I instead of using toddler beds and everything, I just used essentially made 6 kids rooms, or well, kids / young adult rooms, that kind of thing. So anyway, there's enough stuff here, you can have 8 Sims living here. So yeah. So it's a pretty intense build, so that's one of the reasons why it's so long, because it is pretty long. But anyway, at the end you'll see the screenshots, and I included screenshots for both, but the one that's available to download is the 8 Sim regular house, not the toddler one, because first of all, it was unfinished because I ran out of money. And this is the problem with building large houses. You think, oh, yes, I have a budget. Oh, okay, building large houses on a budget. You think, oh, I have enough money, and then it got to like $75,000, and I was like, I have $5,000 more left, and I still have like 3 rooms to do, and I was like, oh, oopsies. So, and I still had the outside to do. I hadn't done any landscaping, and I was like, this is not good. So I had to cut somewhere, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna just do it here. And so yeah, so that's the story behind that. And if you have any questions, like, questions, comments, concerns, or anything, leave something in the description, because you can edit that. Oh my goodness, my brain is screwed on wrong today. Anyway, leave a something in the comments if you have questions. But the one to download is the 8 Sims house. Yeah, and that's kind of what it's titled. I like threw random numbers in front of it. Anyway, there will be a link in the description below. So where all else fails, there's that. So anyway, when I was trying to, okay, let me start at the beginning. I decided I wanted to build a house on the island portion of Windenburg, because I have never actually played with a family on the island area, and I was like, I'm gonna put it out here, because I didn't want to put it in, I'm blanking. I didn't want to put them in the 2 base game worlds, because I played in them a lot, and I was like, and City Living, like, you could technically format like one of the parks and put a house there, but I was like, I'm good. So what I decided to do was I wanted to live on the island. I'm like, I'm gonna live on the island. I have a big house, big family. We can contain them. We can contain all the children onto the island. They can't travel. Don't leave. So I put it on the island, and looking back, I should have used a larger lot. I think I used a 30 by 40, maybe a 40 by 40 lot, which you would think would be large, plenty big enough. But the house is so big that there's like hardly any yard. And I did manage to like squeeze in, like, spoiler alert, a pool and a little bit, but it's not really a backyard. It's more of a side yard. But then again, you're on an island, so backyard rules are a little bit different. But I as you can see, the house like is not necessary. There's not a lot of like excess space. Like, if you wanted to expand the house, you would probably want to expand like into the basement or something. There's like, you can expand a little to the right, but there's not a ton of expansion space. So if I were to change anything, it would probably be that. But, you know, whatever. Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay. Sorry. Another sidetrack from the video for a hot second. My brother just came in and tapped me on the shoulder, and it was the most terrifying thing ever. And I was like, dude, recording. Can you not see that? Apparently he's either A, blind, B, doesn't care, or C, all of the above. And if you chose C, guess who just won $1 million? No, but seriously though, it's like, okay, buddy, like, okay, I could rant about, a lot of people can rant about their siblings a lot. I can rant about my brother quite a bit for an extended period of time because of the number of things he does that gets on my nerves. And you might think, Sarah, that's really excessive. Your brother's probably a great person. No, he's not. He's a lot of things, and they're not nice words. And I'm gonna not say it because I don't, but I think it. So I'm gonna just leave you with that thought. Anyway, okay. Anyway, all right. I'm gonna not go there. Okay, so here, working on the kitchen. When I was trying to decide on the layout for the bottom, I came to the conclusion that I wanted it to be fairly open and have a large kitchen. And what I ended up designing was a large kitchen with a sort of smooshed dining room. Its dining room is a little bit smooshed compared to like the rest of the space, but like that was the only place that it really kind of fit. Like I guess I could have like kind of crammed it more into like the other side of the kitchen, but I wanted to leave that open, and I wanted to put the living room over here because I kind of have a layout of living rooms that I kind of default to. I don't know if you've noticed, but I like to put like large sofa and then small love seat. And I was like, okay, this will work. So that's the dining room kind of got a little smooshed over to the side, but I didn't want to like expand the whole house for a dining room that honestly not a lot of people use. Like even in the like, okay, real life dining rooms are not really used. They're just a pretty room that honestly can be converted into something more useful. So if you have a dining room, if you live alone or with like someone who doesn't care about the dining room, rethink it and use it for something else instead of an actual dining room. Unless you're a host type of person, then go ahead, you got the right idea. But most of us, like, we don't use our dining room. I can't tell you the last time we actually used, like, at my house, like, in our dining room for actual dining purposes. I use it a lot for scrapbooking and crafts and things like that. That is the only use that we really use it for. So anyway, it kind of got smushed over there. And okay, so here, otherwise I'm going to go off on another tangent. This is the toddler room that I squeezed 5 beds into because the first floor works out better. And so this is intended to be technically the master suite, and you'll see later on it'll be a while, because I think it's one of the last things I do. I'm not sure, but it eventually gets started to an actual master suite. And so here I decided I kind of had this box of a room that I didn't quite know what to do with, and I was like, oh, I know, I will turn it into a playroom. And it is perfect. It's big. Honestly, I would have liked it a little bit bigger, honestly. And that's the thing about all the stuff that they have for kids stuff. They have a lot of stuff, and it's you kind of need a large room to fit a lot of it. And it's a little bit obnoxious, but at the same time, I didn't want to make a massive playroom, because in my brain I wanted to make a playroom when I was originally designing the house. I just wasn't quite sure where everything was going, and I was I'm kind of glad I stuck it down there, because there's a lot of stuff, especially when you're dealing with a lot of kids trying to learn a lot of things. It's kind of good to have a lot of space. So that's kind of where the playroom ended up going. And that's something you could honestly turn into, if you didn't want to deal with kids and you had 8 adult Sims, you could turn it into a study room or another bedroom and swap one of the rooms upstairs for something else. Because I'm gonna be honest, the rooms upstairs, 2 of them are very small, and it's one of those, it's those rooms where it's you have bed, dresser, and a few personal items. That's it. There's not a lot of space. So you could definitely upgrade one of those rooms and get rid of the playroom and put in a bigger, move them downstairs and put a desk in there and more stuff to do, and then I don't know, combine some of the rooms and make them bigger. I don't know, but there's an extra room if you want to count the playroom, I guess. So room to expand and change your house's Sims, your Sims houses as they grow and learn. Whatever slogan you want to slap on there. So this is the bedroom, because we're clearly looking at a bedroom. So once again, having trouble today. This is the bathroom. There's 3 bathrooms, which, consider if you're running this house with 8 Sims, honestly is not a lot, but each bathroom is a full bedroom. Is a full bathroom. None of it's a half bath or anything like that. But that's the biggest bathroom. There's plenty of room. I chucked in a couple toddler the potty seat things. So okay, up here, sorry, I'm kind of jumping from place to place. Up here is the master suite, or I created this room to be a bunk room, if you could say. And so you'd have 2 kids living in here, or 2 Sims living in this room, sharing a room. That's what it's called, instead of the master suite. But I eventually swapped that. And so here, just kind of putting a ton. Okay, guys, I'm real tired today. I don't know what my issue is, except the only thing is yesterday, I'm a music person, and I read music, I play a lot of instruments, and one of the instrument things that I play is Ring in the Spring, is bells, hand bells. They're a really cool instrument and really unique. And so yesterday there was a festival in town that my bell group went and played in. And it was from 8:45 in the morning until 4 p.m. And you started the day, and we had 4 hard pieces to play. And when I say hard, I mean hard. If you're a music person, you will understand what I'm about to say. We had a piece in 7/8 time that was fast, and we had another piece that was extremely fast that constantly changed meter, and there's just a lot. And anyway, it was a clinic, so you're going through stuff super fast, and it was a mass bell choir. Now, when you have bell choirs, normally you have however many octaves you have about maybe 10 people. Normally, if you have 3 octaves, anywhere 10-ish people. And this was a mass bell choir. There were more than 200 people playing handbells at this thing. So it was amazing, but it was exhausting. Like, I was so shot yesterday because literally you start at 8:45 and you just start running songs, and then you have like a little break, and then you run more songs, and then we had lunch, and during lunch you could take you could take a class, and so like I opted to not and go take a nap outside with my friends because it was like 65 degrees out. But anyway, you were supposed to go and play more, and then you came out, and then you came back and played more for the clinic, and then at 3:00 you did a concert for people to come and listen, and it was like go 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 go, and I was like, oh. So I like am still dead from yesterday. And then also I just recorded a different house build, and like in my brain I was trying to like think of what time I started, and I couldn't figure it out, and I was like, I've been working on this house, it took me like 2 hours to build. Like, granted, that's faster than I used to build houses, but it was one of those things where it felt like it was like 3 hours. I was like, this has been going on for 3 hours. I'm done. I'm so tired. And I was just like, ugh. So, but yeah. So it's been a long day. It's been a long day. It's been a long weekend. It's been a long weekend because it's Sunday. And it was one of those weeks where I was like, okay, I'm going to be ahead. I will get ahead of myself. I will record videos. And I did that last weekend. And I was like, yeah. And then like this week came around. It's like I had the whole week to do stuff and catch and get ahead on things. It's Sunday night. I have to have a video out tomorrow. And this is what and it's my ultimate goal to get ahead is not a good it didn't work. It didn't work. Ugh. So, yeah. So anyway, back to the video. Let's just go on a tangent about my personal life. As you can see, these are the 3 rooms. There are 3 other rooms. Have I done the other one? I honestly wasn't really paying attention. I was just kind of going off on my own. But these are the 3 kind of smaller rooms over here. See, like they're all pretty small. You have bed, desk. They're not desk, dresser. Okay, I have all the rooms done for the most part. Yeah. And so, okay, so it was at this point in the build where I was like, okay, I have this like massive hallway foyer-esque area. I don't know what I want to do here. And you could definitely fit like another small room over there, or like not room, bedroom. But like I was like, okay, I already have enough for 8. I don't need to add another bedroom. And my idea was it was pretty open downstairs, and upstairs it's pretty closed off because all the rooms are separate. So I wanted to keep the upper area pretty open. My problem was I just didn't know what to do, because when you do large builds like this, it kind of gets to the point where you run out of things to put places, because you can only put like so many chess tables and so many sofas before it in my eyes, it gets redundant. I'm not one of those people that likes to decorate a house with a ton of sofas that have no real use. I like to have like, okay, this is like a chess table. You could put a chess table here. You could put workout stuff here. But it was just kind of that point where I was like, I don't really know what I want to do here. So it kind of ended up kind of staying pretty open. I did find some stuff to put in here and there, but it was pretty open and kind of up for your addition to whatever you want to do. So here, just kind of adding some details outside. I've been trying to do better because I've noticed that with my house builds, I kind of forget that the outside exists. And then I do, and I'll be like, oh, tree! And it's like, one tree is not going to cut it. And I need to put more detail into this kind of stuff. And so I definitely tried to put more thought into like flowers and bushes and putting a few trees out there, because it kind of has a halfway wraparound porch. And since it doesn't have a backyard, I put the backyard in the sides. So you have a pool over there, and I kind of ended up making it into like kind of an outdoor party space, if you will. There's a couple, like the basketball courts out there. There's like the climby thingy, what's it called? Not jungle gym. I don't remember maybe it's jungle gym. That thing right there. It's you have that out there. You have a pool. Like, it's a pretty cool outside space, if I do say so myself, because like I kind of forget about the outside. So, but it turned out pretty well, in all honesty. And so just kind of making sure to add terrain paint, because if you want to up your builds, terrain paint is the way to go, because it will add so much more detail, because and it's not even that hard to do. Just add some dirt and maybe like a little, alter your grass. Don't just like solid paint it all one grass color. Do alternate different colors and things like that. And this time I remembered to put outdoor lighting outside, because I think I did another build and I didn't put like any outdoor lighting like outside in the outside area, and I was like, oopsies. So it's kind of one of those things that's really easy to forget. And before these things are really cool. I really like them. They came with City Living. They came with a ton of like the string light things, but they're like different ethnic stuff. Like you have like the Chinese, like the food stall kind of stuff. And they actually, I didn't think they had just a plain light strand, but they do. It looks colored, but you can change it to be just solid. And these are honestly really awesome, because like you can do some really cool like outdoor party stuff. Like it makes me want to do like a party space outside. Like I really like them. So, and my problem is I have attempted to build with these before, but the problem is, you have to have a starting place to connect it to. And here I had the balcony, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna connect it to there. And there was a little bit of a fumble and a little bit of trying to actually get it to work, but it did work out, and I made it work. So I honestly really like it. So I think I will use it in more of my builds, or if I do like an outdoorsy build, use them, because I really like them. Okay, so here there was a little cut. This is when I decided to just go full ham and just make the actual downstairs. So pretty much I just kind of copied all the stuff that was already upstairs, because I liked the layout and I liked the style. I just wanted to change things around. So I just pretty much dropped and dragged it all from upstairs. So yeah, but this is what the actual master bedroom, it's now a master bedroom, haha. And so just trying to figure out, the only problem with this bedroom is it has this massive wall, like right there, and it's like, okay, thankfully the City Living pack came with those massive paintings, because otherwise, like, I don't know, I'm not very good about filling walls, big walls. I'm good about filling small walls, but big walls, I'm like, what do I do with them? Because I feel like it has to be cohesive. It can't just be like one random thing and then another random thing and three other random things that have nothing to do with each other. I want them to be more cohesive, I guess. So, yeah. And so just kind of putting some more little details in, putting curtains in. I really tried to do a lot of details on like the walls and the curtains and things like that. And before I forget, if you have any questions or concerns about how I chose my wallpapers with this, how I did that, what I decided to do was use wallpapers I don't normally use, because I don't normally include children's bedrooms, and I like the adult rooms to kind of have a sophisticated vibe. And I was like, well, I know something, I will use some of these more fun patterns. And I will say, The Sims 4 has a lot of good patterns. There are a lot of fun, and they definitely add flavor and texture to a room that's not otherwise there. Because sometimes in my opinion anyway, the furniture can get a little repetitive, because there's only so many furniture items. And so the wall patterns definitely help. It's just, I don't know how it all would go over in an adult-esque room, but I think I definitely want to try to incorporate more different wallpapers instead of just the old-fashioned, like the one that's in the hallway where it has like the bottom and the top is white. It escapes me what it's actually called, because I do know what it's called, but I don't remember at the moment because I'm brain dead. So, but yeah, that's honestly, I want to try to do more of that. Okay, so now we're at the screenshots, and I remember to turn off the grid. So, yeah, so there are a lot of screenshots, just FYI. I will say, taking these screenshots in these little rooms is a little nauseating, because I started to get a little nauseous because the camera would just bounce. I'm bouncing in my chair to see if you get the effect, and it honestly made me sick, and I was like, oh, should I go ahead and record? Okay, I need to go ahead and record. But it was real bad. That's why there's not a lot of screenshots of the bedrooms, because I was like, oh, I got the picture. Go, get out of the room. Go. It was bad. It was just not fun. And I did include a few night shots of the outdoors area, because I wanted to show how the lighting kind of played off, because it does I like the effect of it and everything. So yeah, there's the outdoors. Yeah, there it is at night. This is available to download on the gallery, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I upload videos every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Check the description to follow me on other social media. And so yeah, so I hope you guys have an awesome day, and I will see you guys in the next video.